Hello, hi there, Jackie Tomes here, the property strategist. Now, we talk so much about leverage and systemizing in property, and that's great, but sometimes you just don't know how exactly to get started and to do it. So I want to share with you a viewing system today that we use so that you can just totally leverage us to use that in your own business. So here's a viewing system for you. Now, the first part to this, I've actually done another video on, so check that out if you haven't already, because the first part to this is knowing what your deal criteria actually are. So what sort of buildings are you looking for, in what area, what floor space, where are the windows, that kind of thing, so that you actually have got something specific that you're looking for. So what we do is we pass that criteria on to our assistant, who most of the time is virtual, so you don't have to have someone in the office with you or in your area to make this work. So your assistant can go and literally scour the online portals, Rightmove, Zoopla, and the less well-known ones as well, like Gumtree. Literally scour these and look for properties that meet those initial criteria. Now, when our assistant finds something that meets our criteria, what happens next is she'll be the one that picks up the phone to the estate agent, finds out if it's even on the market still. If it is, great. Then we go on to arranging a viewing. And one of the best things that I ever did, and you should totally do it if you haven't already, is outsource your diary management. I might do another post about that, another point, if you're interested in that, is outsource my diary management. So my assistant, she has access to my diary. So she knows the principles about when I'm able to do viewings, what days that I'm actually around in the office, and what days that I'm actually training somewhere in the centre of the property universe in Peterborough. And on the basis of that, she will use that information to then liaise with the estate agent to book in a viewing at a time that works for me. And my lovely Dave, he comes on viewings too, but he's generally around the office more than I am, so that works. Once a viewing's been arranged, so that viewing will go directly into my Google Calendar. So let me find one on here. So I've got all these lovely colours. So here we go. There was a viewing booked. So the viewing booked goes into my diary, and in there you've got the property address, see what time it is, and we give all of our viewings that we go on a code. So it's the year followed by the number of the viewings within that year. Now I'll come on to why that is later on. And then also within the notes section there, I've got the name of the estate agent that we're meeting, and the phone number for them, just in case we can't find them when we get there, because that quite often happens. So that's in there, appears automatically, so I can sort of plan my week, see what's happening. Now, alongside that, we have a viewing sort of spreadsheet checklist thing, like this here, which basically gives us kind of the headline info about the property that we're going to see. Now, your assistant can actually fill some of this out for you, like property address, date and time of viewing, asking price, name of estate agent contact details again, that's duplicated from the diary. Property type. So what's the description of what you're actually going to see? Is it a block of flats? Is it a 3-bed house? What is it? Link to the property online. And that's most of the stuff that will be filled out already. So what happens is, on the day of the viewing, now I've got a viewing because it's in the diary, we'll go onto the computer, and all of our viewings are all, stored on Less Annoying CRM. So Less Annoying CRM, it's a good value sort of CRM system that you can use for keeping a log of the viewings that you go to. That viewing checklist will be attached to that property with that reference number, so that we can literally search that reference number in the CRM, find the viewing spreadsheet, and print it off. Hey, so if you've got a whole day full of viewings, I don't know if you've ever done a whole day of viewings and just been like, I don't know where I'm going next. You're trying to drive, you're trying to do the sat nav, you're trying to make notes, and by the end of the day you're like, I have no idea what I've actually seen. Well, this really helps, because you can literally print off all your spreadsheets, put them in order on your little clipboard. You look very official going around with your little clipboard. Put them on your little clipboard, and it just helps you to keep organised through the day. So then you print that out, you go along to your viewing, and then when myself and when Dave's there, we actually fill out all the other the other parts, such as we'll talk to the agent, find out how empty it's been, how long it's been empty for, if that's relevant, how many bedrooms are in there, how many dwellings are in there if it's something bigger. Get a look at the internal floor space. I don't know if we've got it around here at the moment, but we've got one of those little electronic beepers so that you can quickly measure internal floor space when you're there. Quite often we'll just take the footprint externally of the building so that you can just play around with the internal space. Central heating type. If it's like, for us, if we're looking at a block of flats, are the utilities split? Really big question, will cost a lot of money if it's not. So we just add all these little notes when we're on the viewing. Great, happy days. And obviously sometimes when you see agents, if they're really on it, they'll give you like a little brochure as well that goes with it. So then the next part of the process. The very bottom line here is next steps. So on this one here, it's do further analysis and put forward an offer because everything else looked good. So what happens next is, again, come back to the trusty phone, which is totally giving me like hand cramp. I hold it too much. So go into WhatsApp, and we've got a WhatsApp group between myself, Dave, and our assistant, Lucinda. And what I will do then is take a photo of the spreadsheet and of any accompanying things that the estate agent gives us. And also, if it's relevant and we've taken photos of the interior, we literally send that all over in a WhatsApp message. So then Lucinda can pick it up and upload that to Less Annoying CRM. So we've basically got a record of everything that we've done and seen, that when you're in the future, like, which property was it? You can literally go back and see. And then you can basically, then you've got your next steps. It could be that it's overpriced and you put forward an offer and it's not ready there yet, but you've literally got a record of every single viewing you've been on, your thoughts, your notes, your pictures, everything. And then if it's relevant, you can just take it to the next stage. And that whole process, systemizing all of that, saves us so much time, so much headspace, and we literally know that if we're turning up for something, it's of interest to us, it's the right type of property for us, and hey, happy days. That means it's being really focused on the stuff that we're actually viewing and making sure it's right for us. So hey, sorry about that, bit of a long video. Hope that's helpful. Pick and steal what's helpful for you, and let me know how you get on. Cool, bye.